Hello, in this video I want to show you how to put text onto an image when you are doing colouring books. Now, in colouring books there's a lot of successful colouring books that have text on them, but in this example that I've coloured in already, I've put the text creatively on a curve within the image. And I think that's a nice way to do it. Another thing that you've got to do is to choose the background image and the text treatment together very well so they enhance each other. So I've got many examples of this in this particular colouring book that I've got. And if you look on Amazon, you'll see that there are quite a few colouring books that have text on them. They're mostly text. Some of them are adult in nature, but they sell very well. And so doing a bit of research on this type of colouring book is very interesting, and creating the colouring pages for this colouring book is also a great creative process that you'll enjoy a lot. So I go File, Place in Affinity Designer. I could also do this in Adobe Photoshop, of course. So let's open that one and we'll put it on the pasteboard. Actually, I'm going to lock that layer and I'm going to make a new layer. You don't have to do that. But what we want to do is create a circle that's roughly the size of that sun. So I'm going to use the ellipse tool and I'm going to drag roughly where that circle is. Let's get rid of that fill there by filling it with nothing. We'll put that into the middle. And I just want to get some type. I get the type tool, put it inside the circle. I think that's outside, but never mind. Let's type something. We'll go a larger type size. Can we just drag that in there? There we go. We want that in capitals. We want to increase the tracking so the letters don't jump into each other. Let's increase that more so we put more space in between the letters. We want to choose a better font. Unfortunately, the Y's massively come separated from the rest of the word. Okay, that's good enough. To convert it to paths, and in Affinity Designer, unlike in Adobe Illustrator, it's text, create outlines, but here it's layer, convert to curves. And now you can get a fill and a stroke. That is now curved. It's not text anymore. So we can fill it with white and make the stroke black. And of course, increase the stroke size to something like that, and we can put it inside or outside the text. It'll look better outside the text. Let's turn it around a bit, something like that. That's better. And make sure so it looks like it's been put in the sun. So there you go. That's how you put text on a image. Now you could export that. It should be okay, or you could just take this element, copy, and paste it onto the PNG in Photoshop, Affinity Photo, or whatever. I'll just show you this in Illustrator. We'll go in with a letter-sized pasteboard, place the image, same as before. Let's go up to layers again, and we're going to lock this layer and add a new one. And then I'm just going to put some text in the middle of the document in capital letters. Let's make it big. Now, choose the font carefully. Choose a font which is really wide so it'll look great as an outline. Yeah, we'll do it a little bit like that, and then we'll go type, create outlines, and then we'll make it white and have the stroke black. Increase that a little bit. And so something like that. You can get really clever if you go Object, Path, Offset Path. We've got a stroke that's 6 point. So what we want is something bigger than 6 point. Let's go 20 point. So it's a lot bigger. Yeah. And there you go. You've got an outline to the outline. I think it would have been better if I did smaller. Let's go Object, Path, Offset Path. And I'm going to go 10 point now. That was a bit better. And then you could keep going and you could do another 10 point, 20 point. And then you can play around with the letters going in front of each other. But you could export that here in Illustrator, or you could just grab a hold of the paths information and then pull it into another application. And there you've got your images for the colouring book. I hope you enjoyed that video on how to put text on colouring pages for your KDP colouring books for sale on Amazon. My name's Rob Cubban. I'll see you in another video.